Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 7th annual Flat Track Fever, hosted by the Chinook City Roller Derby. My name is Fat Boy, and I'm being joined along with Rocky today.
Hi there.
And we're going to get started right away here, but first we just want to take a quick second to thank some of our sponsors. Peterson Contracting going to be sponsoring our beer garden today, opening at 12 noon. Nerd Roller Skates and Rydell Skates as well sponsoring us today. Girls on Track Foundation is also giving us a lovely helping hand. And of course, a huge thank you to all of our vendors over in Vendors Village, so make sure you check them out.
We are here today with Chinook City Roller Derby's Kill Jills. They're the home team. They are taking on the Tar Sand Betties from Fort McMurray. So let's give them a big round of applause for everybody who's here in the audience. And we will introduce our first line as we get into jam number 1. So, for your home team, the Kill Jills, we have Mr. Twist jamming. We also have Creative Chaos, Honey Smacks, Zombie, and Wookie Mistake on the blocking line.
And for the Tarzan Betties in red, you're going to have Xena jamming alongside blocking Misconstrued, Laser Cutter, Baywop, and Let's Get Lizakill.
Into this jam, we have Mr. Twist as your lead jammer. Pack in turn 4. Twist attempts to jump over those blockers, but it knocked out to the outside line as the jam is called off.
That should be a very interesting start to the day as Baywop kind of laid Mr. Twist out coming into that fourth corner as he started calling it off.
He does pick up 2 points, though. That puts the Killjills on the board with 2. And 29 minutes and 16 seconds left in this first half.
Darth Mauler now going up against Rotten Broughton.
Nobody in the penalty box yet, so we will be 5-on-5, and we have Rotten Broughton as your lead jammer.
Rotten Broughton able to find an inside line there as Darth Mauler went for the outside. Looks like we might have a little bit of jammer action now as they come over into that fourth corner.
Jam is called off before Darth Mauler can come in and score any points. Rotten Broughton was not taking that chance with still a low score.
Tarzan Betty's now unleashed. Going to go up against Hurlwind for the Kill Jills.
So we have a penalty on Black 7-5. She's going to go to the penalty box for an equipment violation as the jammer for the Tarzan Betties is knocked out in turn 2 and has to reset behind the pivot Zombie. But it is Hurlwind who is your lead jammer for the Kill Jills.
It was an excellent move by Zombie into that second corner as she was able to knock out her Unleashed.
Hurlwind knocked to the inside in turn 4 and resets and calls it before Tarzan Betties can come in and score anything. Kill Jill's picking up 2 points there in that jam. That'll take them to 4. Tarzan Betties still yet to be on the scoreboard.
Mr. Twist back on the track now, going to go up against Xena.
Kill Jills still have a blocker in the box, so they will start with 3. Instead of their usual 4 blockers on the track.
Xena with a little bit of work right off that line into Mr. Twist, finds a quick open spot down the center.
Pack in turn 1 takes Mr. Twist to the outside, but he's in and looks for a line on the inside apex. He doesn't find it as he is knocked in and has to reset. Kill Jill's tripod blocking on the straightaway, trying to hold back the Tarzan jammer. 2 blockers to beat. But we're going to get a forearm penalty on a Kill Jill's Black 2-0. That's Princess Van Brawl. She's going to go take a little bit of a break in the penalty box. Tarzan Betty's here picking up some points. That'll put them on the board and tie the score at 4-4.
Rotten Broughton lined up again now for the Tarzan Betties. Kill Jills are gonna field Darth Mahler. A little bit of jockeying right off the start as that blocker line kind of repositions. And the Tarzan Betties are going to be able to take that lead jam.
Darth Mahler looks for an open line, and she finds it on the inside there, and she's now through.
Kill Jills do lose their pivot to a penalty. That's going to be Lady Bits forced to sit down for a little while.
We've got 4 more points there for the Tarzan Betties and Rotten Broughton. That'll take the Tarzan Betties to 8. Kill Jills holding at 4 with 25 minutes, 16 seconds left in this half.
Whirlwind and Unleashed now back onto the track.
Kill Jills definitely starting short in this jam number 6, with 2 of their blockers in the box. So that'll leave 2 blockers on the track to hopefully hold back the Tarzan jammer.
Whirlwind runs right into Peacemaker, knocks her over, and she's able to find a line to get through for that lead jam.
Darth Mahler still fighting in turn 2. She's not, sorry, that is not Darth Mahler. That, of course, is Whirlwind. Whirlwind fighting in turn 2, but she's through now.
And just as Lady Bits is able to get back on the track, cleared out of that penalty box, it is called off. So the Tarzan Betty's able to grab 4 more on that one, bringing the score to 12. Kill Jills remaining at 4, a little better than 24 minutes remaining.
Xena on the jam line for the Tarzan Betties and Mr. Twist for the Kill Jills. All players now out of the box, so we're going to start full strength here in jam number 7.
And we have a directional call being issued to number 468 of the Tarzan Betties. That's going to be Baywop.
And Twist is through. He is, however, not your lead jammer. It is Tarzan Betties who have picked up lead jammer status and now points. Xena has 4 points there in that last pass. And Twist with a little apex jump gets his points as well. 4 points for Mr. Twist. At the end of that jam, we've got 8 points on the board, 8 more points for Tarzan Betties. That'll take them to 20. Kill Jills put 4 on the board there with 8 points total. 22 minutes, 57 seconds left in this half.
Rotten Broughton now going to take on Darth Mahler. Of course, the Tarzan Betty still starting short one as Baywop is still in the penalty box.
Rotten Broughton fights against those last 2 blockers, but it is Darth Mahler who is out and is your lead jammer. Rotten Broughton not far behind her.
Back using a little bit of speed there as they come into that apex between the 3rd and 4th corners. Those jammers catch up and start calling it off. Neither one of them able to grab any points, so that'll leave the score same as it was before. 20 for the Tarzan Betties, 8 for the Kill Jills after 8 jams. Whirlwind lined up now, gonna go up against Unleashed on this one.
But it looks like Darth Mahler did go to the penalty box. So the Kill Jills will start without a jammer, and that will give Unleashed a power start here.
Something we've seen happen a fair bit today, yesterday even, as those blockers start going backwards, trying to pull that failure to reform penalty. They did receive a directional penalty out of that, so that is the Kill Jills going to go down 1 blocker as Unleashed was able to grab that lead jammer.
Tarzan Betty setting up for some offense there in turn 2, and they are successful as Unleashed is through and picks up her 5 big points, a grand slam for Unleashed. Darth Mahler back on the track now for the Killjills, hoping to get through so that she can come around and score some points. And
couple bodies flying into that third corner there as Unleashed is trying to make her way through, but getting hung up there by number 02, Creative Chaos.
Creative Chaos definitely giving some trouble there to Unleash, and now Princess Van Brawl is going to come up and try to, and does succeed in knocking her out. Unleash calls that jam. Chinook City unable to put any points on the board there, but the Tarzan Betties do pick up another 10 big points. That takes them to 30 with the Killjills at 8, 20 minutes, 22 seconds left in this half. Not the game. The game is much longer than 20 minutes.
Just a little bit. And now we've got Xena going to go up against Hurlwind coming into this 10th jam.
And Xena finds that inside line, no problem. She's out like a shot, picks up lead jam status as Hurlwind fights against those Tarzan Betty blockers in turns 1 and 2.
But we are going to have a directional penalty now being issued to one of the one of the Killjills blockers. So that's going to leave Hurlwind down one blocker. And the whistles blow. Tarzan Betty's able to still pass a couple sets of hips as they grab 3 points, bringing them to 33. The Killjills still unable to grab any. That's going to leave them at 8. Mr. Twist now lined up, and Rotten Broughton for the Tarzan Betties.
One blocker each in the box for each team, so they will both start with 3 blockers on the track. And Mr. Twist finds an inside line. He's through and is your lead jammer. Bam attempts to knock Rotten Broughton to the inside, but is unsuccessful as Rotten Broughton clears that pack.
Fair bit of jostling as those blockers are all trying to get into position. The pivot for the Killjills, trying to destroy a little bit.
A nice little dip there by Mr. Twist as he avoids a hit. But it is the Killjills who pick up 2 more points in that jam and takes them to 10. Tarzan Betty still at 33. 18 minutes, 29 seconds left in the half.
Unleashed, and Darth Mahler now lined up and getting ready to go once again.
Darth Mahler stuck in the straightaway behind that tripod, and it is Unleashed who is out first and is your lead jammer. As Darth Mahler is knocked to the outside of turn 1 and has to recycle behind those blockers.
She's Hell of the Tarzan Betties has been issued a penalty, so they will be short their pivot for 30 seconds.
Unleashed picks up 5 big points there on that last pass. Darth Mahler still struggling in the outside apex there. Another 5 big points for Unleashed. Darth Mahler trying to take advantage of some offense there in the straightaway just before turn 3.
As Creative Chaos, Princess Van Brawl, along with Zombie are all setting up there, trying to give some help to their jammer along with Peacemaker. But it does look like we did have a star pass, so that is now Creative Chaos going to be wearing the jammer star for the Killjills.
A big hit on Unleashed on the outside there by Princess Van Brawl as the jam is over.
Tarzan Betty's able to grab at least 15 more points. Looks like they're going to total up to 18, including that last jam. So that's going to bring the Tarzan Betties to 51, and the Killjills unable to grab any more there, so they're going to stay at 8-10.
Hurlwind jamming for the Killjills now on the track, going up against Xena for the Tarzan Betties. Quick start there, and Hurlwind is through and is your lead jammer. Finds that space and takes it.
Xena able to get past those Killjill blockers just before the second corner. That's going to allow her to get the initial pass completed.
Pack moving pretty quickly right into the turn, but the jam will be called.
Just before the whistles went there, Zombie was trying to lay a licking on Misconstrued, trying to allow that space to open up for her jammer to come through. And it looks like we've got a team timeout being sent over to the Kill Jills.
While we take this timeout, we'll just take a minute to thank a few of our sponsors here today. So definitely a huge shout out to Rydell Skates, a proud sponsor of Flat Track Fever 2018. Flat Track Fever is brought to you in part by the acclaimed Rydell Solaris. The performance you demand, the comfort you've been missing. They have some test sizes over at the Nerds roller skate booth over there in the corner, so if you wanted to try on some of those Solaris boots, make sure you get down there before the end of the weekend. They are very, very comfortable. I really would like a pair, so one day. But experience world-class edging with the Radar Halo, so you need skates, but you also need wheels. The Radar Halo are available in a full range of hardnesses from 84A all the way up to 101A, which is super helpful on really sticky floors. For all of the teams going to Lethbridge, you're going to want the 101As.
And of course,
there is a halo for everyone, though. So maybe you really like sticky floors and you're cool with 88s. I am not, but good for you.
And of course, if you do have Rocky on your Christmas list, she just gave you a fantastic set of ideas. So make sure you pay attention to that. But now we're going to have Rotten Broughton going up against Lady Bits now. I do believe Lady Bits, that's the first time she's worn that star this morning.
But not for long. Mr. Twist has taken the helmet cover from Lady Bits and is now your jammer.
We do have a multiplayer block issued to one of the Tarzan Betty's blockers, so both teams are going to be short one now.
Some points on the board there for the Tarzan Betties. They're going to pick up 3 points to take them to a total of 54. Killjoy still holding at 10 with just over 15 minutes left in the first half.
Unleashed going up against Hurlwind. Both teams down a blocker as I said from that last jam, so that's going to start them both 3 only.
Hurlwind, no problem. Big line there for her to take. She takes it and is your lead jammer. And we're going to get a forearm penalty on the Killjill's pivot. That's Darth Mahler, who will go take a seat in that penalty box. Big hit there on the outside apex on the jammer Hurlwind.
That hit was there from Misconstrued. She really wasn't wasting any time when that jammer came around there.
Both teams picking up a pair of points, 2 and 2. That will take the Killjills to 12 points. Their first points in a few jams here on the board. The Tarzan Betties also with 2 to take them to 56, and that leaves 14 minutes, 4 seconds left in this first half.
Tarzan Betties are going to start this one back up to full strength, where the Killjills are still going to remain short the pivot as Xena and Mr. Twist start to jockey for position. And of course, you've got that whole blockers line set up right on that jammer line, but it doesn't make a difference to Xena, who's able to break out real fast on the outside of that track, grabs lead jammer. Mr. Twist able to complete their initial jam as well.
Killjill's pivot. Darth Mahler is back on the track as Twist clears the pack and picks up 4 big points there for the Killjills. And we have an apex jump. A nice apex jump from Xena as she chooses to call the jam. Both teams picking up 4 points there. That puts the 8 points for the Tarzan Betties. So they're at 64, and the Killjills, 4 more points on the board for them, and they're sitting at 16.
Lady Bits lined up now at the jammer line, going up against Rotten Broughton. Penalty box empty again, so they are going to both start at full. While
we take this brief little official timeout here, You know, we talked about the wheels, we talked about the radar halos, but of course, if you're going to have wheels, you need something to put them on. So make sure you check out the Powerdyne Aries Platinum Plate. Experience unmatched stability and response in a simplified, revolutionary design. It really is performance redefined. And of course, you need some bearings. You won't be able to get far without any bearings. When you need to roll quick, think quick. Quick bearings from Rydell Skates, where precision meets performance.
So it looks like we have a score correction now. The Tarzan Betty is only able to grab 4 points on that last jam, so that brings their score to 60 now total. Kill Jill's 4 on the last jam as well, so they remain at 16.
We have Lady Bits on that jam line. It is a power start for Lady Bits, as the Tarzan Betty's blocker, jammer is still sitting in that penalty box. Lady Bits fighting against those blockers in turn 1 and able to get through to become your lead jammer as Xena waits for her chance to get back on the track. Killjill's coming in to provide some offense for Lady Bits. And they are successful as she is through and has picked up 5 big points for the Killjills.
I was misconstrued. I was trying to chase down Lady Bits just after that third corner there.
Xena back on the track and completes her initial pass.
Xena didn't waste any time. She went into that track fast and hard, bouncing off a couple bodies. As Lady Bits did the same coming around just before that fourth corner, able to grab 3 more points before she starts tapping her hips and calls that one off. So Kill Jill's able to grab 8 points in that jam. That's going to bring their score to 24. The Tarzan Betties remain at 60. Just a little better than 11 and a half minutes remaining after 17 jams in this first half of this game.
Rotten Broughton on the jam line for the Tarzan Betties, going up against Darth Mauler for the Kill Jills. Rotten Broughton is through and is your lead jammer as Darth Mauler gets a little bit caught up there in the back on the straightaway.
She's Hell giving a nice little hip check there to Darth Mauler, forced her to the inside and caused the reset.
That's going to be a penalty on Darth Mauler. That is a back blocking penalty. So it's going to be a power jam for Rotten Broughton, but not for long. That is a very short power jam as both jammers will take a seat in the box and be released right away. So for those of you who are new to Derby, if both jammers are sitting in the box, the second one to come in will sit for however long the first one sat. If neither of them sat, well, guess what? They get released right away.
Yeah, there was a very, very quick penalty cycle there as both of them did go in. And actually, Darth Mauler was issued the penalty first, but Rotten Broughton beat her to the seat, so she was able to be released first.
Rotten Broughton fighting against those blockers in turns 3 and 4 and is able to get past them. Picks up another 4 big points there for the Tarzan Betties.
Rotten Broughton not having an easy time there as Pasty Galore and Crash Gordon along with Zombrie keep getting themselves right in her way.
We now have a successful star pass to the Killjill's pivot. That's Bam, number 75. Bam trying to get through but was knocked to the inside of that apex before she put on that helmet cover. She is able to get through but has not picked up points yet as Darth Mauler did not complete her initial pass.
Rotten Broughton gonna kill the time there, let those 14 seconds roll rather than call that off. Being up in the lead, it's not a terrible idea to try and kill that time. So Tarzan Betties are having an impressive run as they're able to grab 14 points.
Whirlwind on the jam line for the Kill Jills. And Unleashed for the Tarzan Betties. And just as the jam starts, we're going to call it off for a official review. official timeout, sorry.
A little bit of a confusion there as the false start happened. This time the whistles go.
Hurlwin looks on the outside of that turn 1 and is able to find some space there by juking to the inside. She is your lead jammer.
We do have a directional call being issued to one of the Tarzan Betty's blockers, so that's going to short staff him, put him out there with only 3 blockers on the track.
Unleashed is now through and has completed her initial pass. But it is Hurlwin who's coming around and taking 4 big points there for the Kill Jills. Jam called before Unleashed could pick up points there. Kill Jills now 4 points ahead, sitting at 28. Tarzan Betty's at 75 with 8 minutes, 7 seconds left in this first half as we head into jam number 20.
As the Tarzan Betty's now call themselves a timeout, they'll take a second to regroup and collectively put their thoughts together. That gives us an excellent opportunity as well to talk about some of our fantastic sponsors.
Well, definitely keep your eye on the clock because we are just about 34 minutes away from the beer gardens opening. So if you are thirsty, make sure you head over to that orange area on the other side of the track. And a big thank you, of course, to Peterson Contracting for sponsoring the beer gardens. Peterson Contracting, a multi-trade company. See them for all your electrical, plumbing, gas, and HVAC needs. You can check them out on Facebook, of course, at facebook.com/Peterson Contracting. That's Peterson with an E-N, not an O-N at the end, just in case you weren't sure.
As well, we also want to say thanks to the Girls on Track Foundation. Did you know, Rocky, that by the age of 14, girls are dropping out of sports at twice the rate of boys? The Girls on Track Foundation, they want to change that stat. You can learn more about expanding access to roller derby for girls in their teens at girlsontrackfoundation.org.
And we are back. We have Mr. Twist on the jam line for the Kill Jills and Xena for the Tarzan Betties as the jam starts and both jammers juke side to side, looking for some space, looking for an open line.
Xena and Lady Bits were bumping shoulders there as Lady Bits was knocked down, but Xena's going to get knocked to the inside by Bam, forced to drag back.
Mr. Twist looking for room on the outside, pushing his way a little bit, but unable to find it. Has one blocker to beat, and he does. Mr. Twist is your lead jammer.
As Baywop served her time in that penalty box, she was released and is back on the track now, both teams up to full strength.
Mr. Twist looking for some space and finds it on the apex. Takes a little bit of a tumble, but still picks up 3 points there for his team. And calls that jam before the Tarzan Betties can put any points on the board. So we have a little bit of a narrowing of the score here. Tarzan Betties still 75, and Kill Jills 31 with 6 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first half.
Broughton now going to take this one up against Zombrie.
Zombrie takes a tumble there in the straightaway, trying to get by those Tarzan Betties blockers, and is able to do so at the apex. Becomes your lead jammer as Broughton also clears that pack.
Little bit of calamity again in that second corner as both a Tarzan Betty and a Kill Jill went down.
We have a back block call on Zombrie, who will go take a seat in that box. That means the Tarzan Betties will start the next jam with a power start. Unleashed on the track for the Tarzan Betties, jamming unopposed for the moment. Finds some space on the inside of turn 1 and is your lead jammer. Killjills setting up in turn 2 to try to stop Unleashed on her next pass. It is Bam and Princess Van Brawl that gives her a little trouble, but she stays inside that line. Picks up 5 big points for the Tarzan Petties.
Both jammers back on the track now as we're full strength. That penalty box is empty. Zombrie gets sandwiched there between Killer B and one of her other blockers. That's Mistletoes.
Princess Van Brawl drags that jammer back. Unleashed will have to reset behind her.
And we did have a successful start pass now as jamming for the Killjills. The pivot, Bam is going to put that on, but unfortunately not quite enough time to come around and grab any points as that one is going to be whistled down.
5 more points there on the board for the Tarzan Betties. They will sit at 80 points. The Killjills failing, sorry, that's 8 points for the Tarzan Betties and 83. Killjills still holding at 31 with just under 4 minutes left in this first half.
Xena and Hurlwind. As Xena kind of positions herself to get right in the way, but she finds that quick line to the inside as Darth Mauler traces her down. But she was able to get out ahead and grabs lead jammer.
Hurlwind now able to clear that pack as well as Xena jumps and leaps and flies through the air over that apex.
Xena's going to try and grab some quick points and call that one off after grabbing 4. That's going to bring the score now. Tarzan Betties 87, Killjills at 31. A little better than 3¼ minutes after 23 jams.
Mr. Twist jamming now for the Killjills. A familiar matchup with Rotten Broughton for the Tarzan Betties.
A procedure call being issued to Killer B. That's going to force her to go sit down now in the penalty.
So with a false start, it's not an automatic penalty. You're just warned. If you do not yield, it is then a penalty. However, she did yield, went to the box, but was called back onto the track. I know, it's one of those confusing rules that if you don't play, you never hear about it. And when you do play, you're often like, what did I do? What happened? I don't know.
So now that we've got that figured out, the players on the track are as informed as we are. That penalty box is going to remain empty, and Lady Bits is going to line up now against Unleashed.
Some offense off the line there by Darth Mauler, looking to give Lady Bits some space, and she does. Lady Bits is your lead jammer as Unleashed fights against the tripod of blockers just before turn 1.
As Let's Get Lizico, Laser Cutter, all kind of piled up there into that first corner.
Killjill's blockers holding back a Tarzan Betty's blocker, goading her at the back in turn 4.
Lady Bits went into that fourth corner there, misconstrued, knocked her out, but she went out as well, so Lady Bits able to jump back in fairly quickly and call that one off. Able to grab 2 points, so that's going to bring the Killjills up after a few scoreless runs to 33. Tarzan Betties will remain at 87 with just over a minute left.
Mr. Twist on that jam line for the Killjills, up against Xena for the Tarzan Betties. Xena with a little bit of a shoulder shove there on Twist, but is able to just whip around those blockers and pick up lead jammer status. Twist not far behind her.
Little bit of speed here as the pack heads into that second corner. Xena's going to try and follow the inside. Mr. Twist goes straight to the outside. Mr. Twist is going to grab 4 points off that one as Xena calls it off after grabbing 2, so that will allow the Killjills to bring their score up to 37. Tarzan Betties move ahead 2 points to 89.
It looks like we are going to have one one more jam maybe before the end of this half. We will see. Looking at this time, I'm not sure. And we will. So it is Whirlwind jamming for the Kill Jills.
Going up against Rotten for the Tarzan Betties, who's going to try and push her way through there as the no pack is called.
Rotten is your lead jammer. Whirlwind not too far behind as they pivot for the Tarzan Betties is going to go take a seat in that penalty box. Rotten signaling to her blockers. Is able to pick up a few points there before calling the jam.
So it looks like the Tarzan Betties are going to get awarded 3 points on that one, the Kill Jills 2. So headed into intermission now, the Tarzan Betties 92, the Kill Jills 39. And in just a little less than 15 minutes, we will get back to the action. But of course, make sure that at 12 noon, if you're thirsty, head over to the Peterson Contracting Beer Gardens. As well, it's a great time now to go check out Mount Royal University. They're over here providing massages on site, as well as Young Living. Their essential oils and oil blends will take you on a sensory journey that can instantly soothe and enliven your in both mind and body. Don't forget about Origami Owl custom jewelry, as well as Creative Vitality. And the Southern Alberta Junior Roller Derby is also set up back there, so make sure you check out Vendor Village, and we will be back in just a little while.
See you soon.
Alrighty then, welcome back as we get ready for this second half of this game. Of course, this is an excellent time, as always, to thank you and mention some very important people. First off, we'd like to thank our referees, our officials, our NSOs, everybody that's allowing this game to happen, including the Boo Boo Brigade. And then, of course, some of our sponsors. Of course, Chinook City Roller Derby, who hosts the 7th Annual Flat Track Fever. Peterson Contracting, who sponsors our beer garden, opening in about 10 minutes. As well as Nerd Roller Skates and Rydell Skates.
We also have a little bit of information on tonight's after party.
Ooh.
So make sure you are at the King's Head Pub tonight following the end of this event. So
can we please have the medics return back to the Boo Boo Brigade medic area, please?
They are on their way. So, right, after party. Make sure you're there after this event. Here we are, Derby. Okay, we have Whirlwind jamming for the Kill Jills, and Xena for the Tarzan Betties. As we head into the second half of this game, score 39 for the Kill Jills and 92 for the Tarzan Betties. Xena is out first and is your lead jammer. Whirlwind gets knocked to the inside on the straightaway. The blocker that knocked her will, however, receive a penalty and go take a little bit of a break in that penalty box.
And like the revolving door we've seen it has been lately, Let's Get Lizical is released as Misconstrued is going to go sit down. So the Tarzan Betties, although they gain one, lose another, they're still going to remain short-handed.
Both Tarzan Betties blockers there take a spill as Whirlwind is through.
That was Baywop and Laser Cutter that kind of collided together just before that first corner on the straightaway.
Xena picks up 4 points and calls that jam before Whirlwind could put any points on the board.
So with that, the Tarzan Betties are going to grab 4 points on the first jam of the second half. That's going to bring their score to 96. Kill Jills will remain at 39. Rotten Broughton now is going to take on Darth Mahler.
Darth Mahler jamming for the Kill Jills here, running into the back of that pack. Looks for some open space as Rotten Broughton gets knocked to the inside on the straightaway.
And Darth Mahler's kind of knocked over by Electrocutioner, but it looks like she is going to receive a penalty for that, so that's going to lose the Tarzan Betties another blocker. Again, every time they seem to start full again, they end up going back down short one this second half.
Darth Mahler picks up 2 points and calls the jam before Rotten Rotten can come around and score any points. That'll put the Killjills at 41 to the Tarzan Betty's 96. So the score getting a little bit narrower here with 27 minutes, 56 seconds. Lots of time to put some more points on the board for both teams.
Unleashed now going to go against Mr. Twist. As we see those blockers start right up against that jammer line.
I like how you said his name. It sounded twisty. Twisty like your mustache. Twist. And it is Twist who is your lead jammer. I'm only ever going to say Twist from now on, so thanks. Thanks for that.
Little bit of calamity there as they come around the second corner. Unleashed trying to find some space on the inside line as 3 of those Killjill blockers go tumbling to the ground. That's going to allow Unleashed their initial pass. Mr. Twist is going to get through for his 4-point pickup, and then that one's going to get called off.
Score now 46 for the Killjills, 96 for the Tarzan Betties. So Killjills coming a little bit closer there with 26 minutes, 48 seconds left in this game as we head into the 4th jam of this half with Whirlwind on the jam line for the Killjills and Xena for the Tarzan Betties. And it is Whirlwind who is out first, finds some space on that outside line and picks up lead jam status. Xena not far behind her though, as both jammers race around that track to try to get back to their pack.
That pack's using a little bit of speed as they come around into that third corner, trying to stay away from those jammers. But Whirlwind's going to take the opportunity to call it off before either one of them can get in there into the pack and grab any points.
Rotten Broughton jamming now for the Tarzan Betties. That's number 6 in red, going up against Darth Mahler, number 953 in black for the Killjills, as both teams starting full strength here on this derby track. I thought it might be sponsored there for a second. I was looking for a sponsor name, but no, it's a derby track.
Tarzan Betty's Baywop is going to lay out Lady Bits right off the start, but the jammer has been issued a penalty, so that's going to allow Darth Mahler now a power jam as her team sets up for that start in that first corner. Lady Bits having a little bit of trouble there as she fell to her knees, started resetting. Darth Mahler is going to try and push through. As the pack starts to spread apart, she's going to get that release and grab those 4 points. 5 points, sorry.
5 big points there for Darth Mahler.
And we do have another penalty now. Let's Get Lizakill is going to have to sit down for 30 seconds.
Lady Bits taking Rotten Broughton to the inside there. Is able to knock her over, and Rotten Broughton will recycle back. Rotten Broughton unable to pick up any points. She also did have the helmet cover in her hand, so she wouldn't have been able to pick up any points regardless. Mr. Twist. Twist is your lead jammer now for the Killjills, and we have Unleashed jamming for the Tarzan Betties, fighting the pack in turn 2. Has 3 blockers now left to beat Zombie, Princess Van Brawl, and Creative Chaos. And Blue Bomber is there as well, providing a little bit of bridging there for the Killjills.
Unleashed finally able to find a little bit of space to get unleashed from that pack and get through for the initial pass. Both teams full strength now as Let's Get Lizakill is back on that track.
Mr. Twist finds some space there in turn 1 and picks up 4 big points there for the Killjills, and we'll call that jam before the Tarzan Betties can put any score on the board. So score now, 58 for the Killjills, 96 for the Tarzan Betties, 23 minutes, 16 seconds left in this game as we head into jam number 7.
Zena now going to go up against
Darth Muller. That's Darth Muller for the Kill Jills. No, sorry, it's Whirlwind. I get them confused when I can't see the backs.
But Whirlwind's going to get out with some speed. Takes that lead jammer, but calls it off as Zena was right on her tail.
Darth Muller now on the track.
There we go. We have that confirmed now. Darth Muller is on the track. That's going to go up against Rotten Broughton.
Rotten Broughton knocked to the inside line, but is able to come back in and is still fighting for some space, finds it, and becomes your lead jammer as Darth Muller is knocked to the outside just before turn 1, and then again to the inside, and will reset behind that pack.
And that was Creative Chaos that was trying to knock out Darth Muller there on that inside line. As that's number 24 Electrocutioner that's knocked over there just into that straightaway.
Rotten Broughton still fighting those blockers in turn 3 and will take the opportunity to call that jam before Darth Muller can come around. Rotten Broughton, of course, picking up 3 points. So just shy of 100 is the Tarzan Betties. 1 point till the century mark. They're sitting at 99. Killjills at 58. 21 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game.
So Mr. Twist now going to go back up against Zena. Mr. Twist seems to be giving a little bit of instruction to his blockers. And whatever the instruction was, it worked as Mr. Twist was able to find a real fast open space on that inside track and grabs that lead jammer. Zena's working through, but she's kind of hung up there by Zombrie and another blocker, but it looks like Zombrie's going to get the multiplayer penalty, so that's going to force that 30-second sit down and think about what you did.
Mr. Twist able to pick up some points there before the jam is called. That'll put 4 more points on the board for the Killjills. They'll be at 62. Tarzan Betty's unable to pick up another point to cross that century mark, so they will try this in the next jam as we have 20 minutes, 30 seconds left.
A little bit of confusion there as it looked like the Killjills tried to field 4 jammers before they realized they were short one in the box. So Whirlwind and Unleashed. Whirlwind's going to try and find some space on the outside, but she gets bumped out by Electrocutioner, and then Killer Bee kind of knocks her around to the inside. She does get past Missile Toes, and that's going to get that lead jammer.
A nice whip there from the Tarzan Betty's blocker, number 24. That's Electrocutioner, who, a little bit of old school. We don't see a lot of whipping these days, so nice to see that on our jammer.
Whirlwind trying to dance by the hips there of She's Kill, but we do have a directional block to Honey Smacks. So it does look like the Killjills will start short 2.
Mr. Twist on the jam line now for the Killjills against Rotten Broughton for the Tarzan Betties. Killjills picked up 1 point in that last jam, taking them to 63. 2 Killjills blockers on the track and 2 in the box. Unable to hold Rotten Broughton back for long, and she is your lead jammer as Mr. Twist looks for some space in that apex and finds it.
Zombrie has left the penalty box, so that's going to start back on the track now. The Killjills up to 3. Zombrie trying to work with Princess Van Brawl, along with number 710 Peacemaker.
Score now 101 for the Tarzan Betties. They picked up 2 points in that last jam, and 63 for the Killjills with 18 minutes 32 seconds left in this game. We've got Lady Bits jamming on the track for the Killjills, going up against Xena for the Tarzan Betties.
Tarzan Betty's actually going to get awarded 3 here, so that's going to bring their score to 102 now.
Xena able to get through the pack first, becomes your lead jammer, as Lady Bits is trying to get past 2 more blockers there in turn 2. 1 to beat, and she does.
Xena goes in there fast and kind of clips Darth Mauler, sends her spinning there as she spun like a top. Xena's going to grab those 4 points when she calls that one off, so that'll give the Tarzan Betties now 106. Kill Jill's 63 with just 17.5 minutes remaining after 12 jams.
Whirlwind on the track, jamming for the Kill Jills. This is Whirlwind, I've confirmed. Up against Unleashed for the Tarzan Betties. And it is Unleashed who is out first and is your lead jammer.
That pack showing the speed again as they come around that second corner. Tarzan Betty's kind of to the back now, going to set up for some offense. Tarzan Betty's go in there pushing as Unleashed tries to get past and start getting those points. She's going to get 2 sets of hips pass, while the Kill Jills will get 1. Tarzan Betty's 108, Kill Jill's 64.
Rotten Broughton now on the gem line for the Tarzan Betties, and Mr. Twist for the Kill Jills. Rotten Broughton jukes to the inside, almost flies. Big impact there in turn 1 as Twist goes flying over Darth Mauler, but both are up and skating.
Yeah, it looked like Mr. Twist was trying to kind of jump over Darth Mauler as she started to regain to a standing position. And somewhere else on the track, the Tarzan Betties were issued a penalty, so they're going to be down one of their blockers now. And jammer ref Yabby showing 2 points picked up there for the Tarzan Betties.
Up on this jam line for the first time this game, maybe the second time this game, we have Zombri jamming for the Kill Jills, going up against Xena for the Tarzan Betties. Zombri recognizable by her trademark face paint. Zombri has 3 blockers to beat just outside turn 1 as Xena is knocked to the outside by Princess Van Brawl and will reset. Zombri is out and is your lead jammer. Xena is also clear of that pack as the pack comes into turns 3 and 4, moving quite quickly now.
We've seen that pack utilize that strategy a few times today where they've tried to grab that speed, get as far as they can. That one's going to get called down before anybody's able to grab any points, so that's going to remain the same score we had a few seconds ago. Tarzan Betty's 110, Kill Jill's 64. 14 minutes, 20 seconds remaining after 15 jams in the second half. Unleashed is going to go up against Whirlwind now.
Still only 3 Tarzan Betty's blockers on the track as one is still in the box. Unleashed looking for some space but is knocked to the inside. And then to the outside, but stays in bounds. Nope, does not stay in bounds. So Unleashed is going to get a cutting the track penalty and will go take a seat in that penalty box and think about it for a few seconds, 30 to be precise, as Whirlwind is your lead jammer.
Red 2-4 is being issued a multiplayer block. Nice to see Peacemaker able to get up and skate off the track on her own power.
We have 13 minutes, 24 seconds left in this game. The score is sitting at 69 for the Kill Jills and 110 for the Tarzan Betty. So still lots of time, anything can happen. And as we wait for a game to get underway, which is going to happen right now, we have Lady Bits on the track for the Kill Jills, jamming unopposed, as the Tarzan Betty's block jammer is still in the box. But Lady Bits receives a penalty and will also go sit in that box. So that means that the Tarzan Betty's jammer, Unleashed, will be released and is back on the track. Unleashed has one blocker to beat and is able to get around them and become your lead jammer. But we'll call that jam before the Kill Jills jammer can get back on the track. That means that the Tarzan Betties will start with a power start in the next jam.
Yeah, that was working a mistake at the end there, trying to hold back Unleashed. Did a very good job for a few seconds. They're able to kind of kill more time off that clock. Of course, Lady Bits only has to serve the penalty for as long as the jammer before them did.
Rotten Broughton now jamming for the Tarzan Betties.
And it looks like we're going to have an official review called here.
By the red bench, the Tarzan Betties.
And of course, if you're looking to get onto some skates, maybe you should check out Nerd Roller Skates, your specialist for all things roller skate and roller derby. Skate fittings, wheels, hardware, protective gear, and more. They are open 6 days a week in Calgary and online at nerdskates.com for people who roll. And of course, if you are looking to get a gift for Rocky, she said she's looking for some new Rydell skates this year, so
I am.
Make sure you check them out. Rydell is, of course, an excellent Flat Track Fever sponsor. They are bringing this amazing event to you in part by the acclaimed Rydell Solaris, the performance you demand and the comfort you've been missing.
Really comfortable, like pillows on your feet.
There you go. And I'm pretty sure if you're spinning around a track that fast, you're going to want some nice comfy skates.
While you're checking out Nerd Roller Skates and the Rydell skates over there, make sure you check out some of the other vendors. We have Chantel Abors with some unique leggings to match your style. And maybe your back's hurting or your hips are a bit tight. Make sure you check out Mount Royal University, providing massages on site. Whether you need relaxation or have a condition that requires a therapeutic treatment, their students are trained to the highest standards nationally and can meet your needs. Of course, we also have Young Living. Essential oils and oil blends take you on a sensory journey that can instantly soothe and enliven both the mind and the body.
Can you imagine getting a nice free massage over there, getting all loosened up, then getting a little bit of essential oils, clearing your head after that fog? Maybe you've been hit one too many times on the track today. You just got to kind of let it loose, relax.
If you're getting a relaxation massage, it is amazing. However, if they are really digging into your muscles, it is torture and wonderful, wonderful torture.
Yes, that I will attest to. Of course, as well, we have Origami Owl Custom Jewelry here today, helping you tell your story through jewelry. Don't forget about Creative Vitality as well. They're helping you create a deeper understanding of your own unique body system. And the Southern Alberta Junior Roller Derby is promoting safety, cooperation, and wholesome fun and entertainment for the whole family, also known as the ccrd, so make sure you check them out.
All right, so we have our results of our official review. So we had a call for an expulsion of a player here. And so it was the red team calling for an expulsion, an egregious back block, a reckless back block on Lady Bits, or by Lady Bits on their player. They did receive the official review. The Lady Bits has been expelled from the game. We now have Rotten Broughton on the track for the Tarzan Betties, as well as Darth Mahler. We had an unsuccessful star pass there, as Darth Mahler is going to receive a penalty and will go sit in that box. That leaves Rotten Broughton on the track alone, jamming, picking up points for the Tarzan Betties in a power jam. That's 5 big points for Rotten Broughton in that last pass.
Rotten Broughton going to take her time here as she sets up for this one. And Mr. Twist is going to receive a penalty. I missed the hand signal, but that's going to leave them short for 30 seconds of their pivot.
Rotten Broughton looking at her bench, see what they want to do. She's going to keep going. Another 5 big points there for Rotten Broughton in that last pass. It takes her to 10 in this jam.
Rotten Broughton stuck there with Bam and Zombie. Going to get past and grabs those 5 points and calls that one off. And the jammer has not yet been released, so that means that the Tarzan Betties will get to start with a power start opportunity.
Tarzan Betties picking up 15 big points in that jam, putting them at 125. The Killjills still sitting at 69 with 10 minutes, 11 seconds left in this game.
And of note, with that official review just from the jam before, the Tarzan Betties are able to retain that review, so they do get another opportunity to use that if needed. And a timeout now being called to the Chinook City Roller Derby's Killjills.
What I was going to say earlier is that Southern Alberta Junior Roller Derby will be playing in the next game.
Ah, fantastic. Watch the young ones coming up into the sport.
Yes, it's definitely a little scary for us old ones to find out what's coming up next.
See the skill as it develops before your very eyes?
Yeah, sure. It's wonderful. No, it's fantastic to see the work that they're putting in and the talent that you have there. I think roller derby is going to really benefit from it, and we're going to see it, move forward in leaps and bounds.
I was speaking with another skater just last weekend, actually, that was talking about how it's really cool how the junior program seems to almost be a step ahead of the we'll call it the adult program, in the sense that they're getting into some of these new strategies sooner. They're teaching that new way, and they're not maybe holding on to that old strategy so hard.
Definitely, and also the benefits of a junior is when you hit the ground, it doesn't hurt as much. As an adult, when you learn to skate, sometimes it's like, why did I do this?
Back on the track, speaking about the adults, that's Zena jamming for the Tarzan Betties as they use that no pack situation to allow a quick release for her to grab that lead jam, as Darth Mahler is sent flying to the outside of the track. I think that might have been 468 Baywop that gave her that good hit.
Zena able to get by that pack as Mr. Twist attempts a jump there, but collides with an official on the inside.
I think that was Baywop again with that knock out of bounds.
Well, now there's a jump. That's a jump.
And penalty being issued now to Blue Bomber of the Killjills, who's going to have to go sit down for 30 seconds in that penalty box.
We've got 4 points there for the Tarzan Betties. That takes them to 134 points. Killjills unable to score and remain at 69 with 8 minutes 50 seconds left in this game. Whirlwind jamming now for the Killjills, going up against Unleashed for the Tarzan Betties. Unleashed looking for some room on the inside line, has Princess Van Brawl and Bam to beat, but is unable to beat them before Whirlwind gets through and becomes your lead jammer. Whirlwind choosing to call the jam before Unleashed can get out. And no change in score.
So Mr. Twist now lining up alongside Rotten Broughton. Killjills are going to be short a blocker as they still have one sitting in that penalty box. Both jammers with a really quick start here, but Mr. Twist is able to get that jump first, and he's going to call that one off before the Tarzan Betties can get any points.
Yeah, the last two jams, both jammers, when they got lead, they have called it off before any damage can be done.
Yeah, your lead isn't going to get any larger ahead, or if you're the team that is not leading at the time, it's not going to get any closer if you're calling it off before anybody gets that points. It's a good way to try and keep it the same and work that strategy.
We have a timeout now for the Tarzan Betties. While we take this timeout, of course, a big thank you to Chinook City Roller Derby for hosting this tournament. The 7th annual Flat Track Fever is hosted by Chinook City Roller Derby. This is their home team playing. Calgary's only co-ed roller derby league. Make sure you check them out online at chinookcity.ca.
And of course, it is time. It is open if you are thirsty and need to be hydrated. Check out the Peterson Contracting Beer Gardens. They're your multi-trade company for all your electrical, plumbing, gas, and HVAC needs. Check them out on Facebook at Peterson Contracting. That's with an EN as well.
And if you aren't here today in person but are listening to us on the stream, we hope you are enjoying a hopefully beautiful Sunday, and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there.
And of course, if you're sticking around to the very end, don't forget as well the King's Head is going to be where our after party is today following the event. So make sure you check that one out.
Bam giving that Tarzan Betties jammer a little bit of trouble there. That's Zena, but Zena is able to get through and become your lead jammer. As Darth Mahler is knocked to the outside in turn 2.
We have an illegal position penalty being called now on one of the Tarzan Betties blockers. So they're going to be down to only 3.
And Zena will choose to call that jam before Darth Mahler can come through the pack and pick up any points for the Killjills. The Tarzan Betties, however, picked up 4 in that jam. That'll put them at 138 points. Killjills still at 69 with 6 minutes, 30 seconds left. And Mr. Twist on the jam line for the Killjills, going up against Unleashed for the Tarzan Betties.
Tarzan Betties are starting short one.
Mr. Twist found a line there on the inside and is able to take advantage of it and become your lead jammer. Zombie turns around to try to lay a hit on Unleashed, but tumbles herself over in the process. We've all been there.
Back really pouring the coals on here as they're trying to keep ahead of those jammers. Mr. Twist now going to go right into the front of those 2. Going to try and grab some points before he calls that one off. And he is. He's going to get 2 points while holding the Tarzan Betties scoreless to that one. So with 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, the Killjills are able to bring their score to 71. Now the Tarzan Betties remain at 138.
Hurlwin jamming for the Killjills in this next jam, jam number 24. Going up against Rotten Broughton for the Tarzan Betties.
Hurlwin kind of trips over there as she starts that jam, but she's able to regain quite well as she's able to get ahead and take that lead jammer. Hurlwin finds that huge outside seam untouched, gets through there and able to grab another set of points, as that's going to bring the Killjills with Killjills now 75, Tarzan Betty's 138. 4 minutes remaining after 24 jams. Still a relatively low-scoring game with a lot of jams.
Definitely. We've seen a lot of back and forth from these teams. And we have Darth Mahler, again, jamming for the Killjills. Finds a big spot there on the open inside and takes it, becomes your lead jammer. Xena has also cleared the pack and will come around to try to score some points.
Xena's going to use some speed here. Same as the pack, as they're going to keep putting their pedal to the metal, trying to keep ahead of those jammers. Darth Mahler's going to listen to her coach there as she calls that one off as Xena starts catching up to her.
Score unchanged, 138-75 for the Tarzan Bettys with 3 minutes 15 seconds left in this game. We have Mr. Twist jamming now for the Killjills, going up against Unleashed for the Tarzan Bettys. Both teams starting at full strength, no players in the box.
And Unleashed given a big hit right off the get-go by the pivot of the Killjills there. That's Bam, that's dragging back Unleashed.
Mr. Twist is out as your lead jammer as Bam looks to come in and try to stop Unleashed, but is unable to get there in time.
Mr. Twist is going to get shouldered right there to number 514, She's Hell, when that one gets called off. So that's going to grab another 2 points for the Killjills. That's going to bring their score now to 77. The Tarzan Bettys remain at 138 with 2 minutes remaining.
We have Rotten Broughton jamming for the Tarzan Bettys, going up against Whirlwind for the Killjills.
Little jammer on jammer action right off the get-go as Whirlwind goes running right into the side of Rotten Broughton.
Whirlwind is knocked to the outside, but comes back in and is fighting with that pack in turn 2. But it is Rotten Broughton who is out first and is your lead jammer as Whirlwind is knocked to the inside in turn 3. Whirlwind still looking to clear the pack on her initial pass and is finally able to do so as Rotten Broughton comes around to score some more points.
The pack slows down now as the Tarzan Bettys set up. Rotten Broughton's going to go in fast, whale right into the side of a Wookiee mistake, and then calls that one off. Unfortunately not able to grab any points on that one, so that's going to remain scoreless on both sides. Tarzan Bettys remain 138, Killjills 77. So we're going to have Xena now lining up against Darth Mahler.
Darth Mahler now jamming, not driving, I'm tired. Jamming for the Killjills. A big hit by 75, bam, on Xena. I'm pretty sure she made the noise bam when she hit her too.
I think so, yeah. Bam
Emerald
seems to be
style.
getting very
Bam.
well. Very good at hitting that shoulder in the way today.
But Xena is out and is your lead jammer as Darth Mahler spins around some red blockers there.
Tarzan Bettys have been issued a penalty, but that jam is called off. And the 4 whistles blow. We're going to bring this one to the end. And as we wait for our official score, we'd just like to say thank you very much for watching this game, whether you were here live in the venue or on the stream. We really appreciate it. Of course, thank you to the Chinook City Roller Derby for hosting the 7th annual Flat Track Fever, Peterson Contracting for sponsoring our Beer Gardens, Nerd Roller Skates, as well as Rydell Skates, the Girls on Track Foundation, of course, all of our wonderful vendors.
And make sure to check out the Beer Gardens if you haven't already, as well as some of our wonderful vendors. And don't forget about the after party tonight at King's Head Pub after the last game.
Of course, now's the time you can come line the track and make sure you give your favorite Derby folks a high five, a handshake. Tell them what a fantastic job they did. And the whistle blows. The final score is up. Tarsan Betty's 138. Your winner for this game, Kill Jills 77.
And if you aren't standing yet to give them a high five, make sure you go up there.
It has been an absolute great time to call today alongside Rocky. I am Fat Boy. Thank you very much. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.